Okay, so I've got some weird stories. I just want to let some, like story time. Okay, so this just to give a kind of an example of how weird I am, or like how my brain is functioning, and how it's so very different than what anybody else could, than what I'm catching on what I mean. There's some people out there, maybe. Okay, I think I'm weird, and I didn't know about like personally thinking myself autistic for the longest time. Like I only found like I did I find no, because I had other people in my family that are autistic, that were like we thought Asperger's because that was the term used back then, and I never thought to apply that to myself. Even looking at all the traits and going, hey, so other people are doing the same thing, right? They're living their life. They don't have any idea. They just think they're weird, and then it's like something may click in them to go, hey, maybe that applies to me. Maybe not. I mean, and this is just a self-diagnosis. Again, I'm not looking for a diagnosis or official. I don't need one. I don't think. I don't think there's anything that's going to make me more um, make it helpful for me. But anyway, so a story. Um, I was probably 28. I think I was 28 years old. I was in the military, so I was in the language program, and I was in the barracks. So this is at Monterey, California, um, and I was learning Chinese. That's I it had come like some guys were out there like there was the like one of the guys in the barracks. He was saying, "Ah, blue eyes, blue eyes." Is like what? Hello, blue eyes. It's like okay, what's weird? That's weird. It's why is he saying that? There was a girl that apparently had liked me that was in that same barracks and interested in me, I guess. Anyway, she one day, a couple days, one day she came by my. It's not an apartment. It's like barracks room. That would be the best way to call it, a barracks room. Um, and it's like my door was open, and they saw my computer screen. It was a pretty big. It was like the old Mac Pro. I mean, like old style, like their first generation Mac Pro. So this is quite a long time ago. I'm 48 now, so this is when I was 28. So that's like 20 years ago. Yeah. Um, and it was like, oh, big TV or big screen, because it was like one of the first flat screens out there. Yeah, I'm trying to remember like when flat screens became popular, but this, like Apple had I had the iMac, their first generation iMac, or second generation. Maybe it was the second. I don't remember now. Um, this is the one that they were colored, where it had the screen built into but these are the bigger the CRT monitor type of things. And that's sidetrack. But anyway, so this was a big screen for back then. It was 17 inches, not big now, but it was big back then. Um, and then another day, she tried to come. She was drunk. She came by my apartment. She wanted me to close the door. She wanted to come in and talk and wanted me to close the door. And it's like I'm slightly clueless. I kind of understand what she's after, but I'm not quite sure. I'm not wanting to close the door. I'm not wanting to take advantage of her when she's drunk. She came to me. She was, you know, willing. And in any other circumstance, no. Like what do I mean? Because I don't think in any normal like I would have. I don't think it would have happened. Um, because I'm just that my brain has never gone chasing, gone thinking of sexual conquest. I've just it's just not my type of personality. Um, I I still consider myself straight, um, but I'm very weird. But this is just to give an example of just what kind of weird I am. Um, so I told her, like, uh, you wait till you're sober, and then let's try something else when you're sober. That's what I told her. I don't know what I was thinking about how that, because I didn't date at all. I didn't go on dates with girls. I didn't. It's like I was scared out of my mind asking a girl out. I've gone on maybe 5 dates in my life, um, or it's just such a small handful of dates. It's like, um, it's like my mind just doesn't think straight. Doesn't. I just for whatever reason, it never worked. Never seems to work out. Like girls that I have been interested in, it's like, okay, I can get into all sorts of sidetracks, but like just this one particular site, this girl came to me. She wanted, and I was thinking, I don't want to take advantage of her when she's drunk. That was the direct how weird I am. It's like that's kind of a we watched a movie a few days later when she was sober. But it was in a room with lots of other people. It was in like the main room where everybody could could be there, and it was like there's no chemistry there. It's like there really wasn't any chemistry there. Um, or like in my mind, I wasn't interested enough to try. Um, it doesn't matter, like if somebody's, it's like nowadays, if I were thinking, okay, somebody came and did something like that, I'd be like, okay, just make it that easy. Like you make it that easy that you want something to happen, even just to try something, go somewhere. But it's like I don't. I'm not the kind of guy to pursue that kind of thing, and I don't think that it should be. Oh, there you go. That light's out of the. Um, for me personally, I think you should start from a point of friendship and then form a relationship from that, because then you don't have that nerve wracking, what do I do and how do I respond, and is this person going to turn on me with the smallest thing, like am I going to offend them so easily with something that I say, or like they're gonna turn off from the smallest thing I do or say. It's gonna be like in the whole interest because of something small, and that's been my biggest hurdle in my head. Of I can't get over the nerve wrackingness of. So it's just like just don't do it. So yeah, I'm 48. I don't date. I don't do anything. I don't chase after girls. But that's just me. It's never happened, and I'm not trying to make it happen. I'm not trying to make girls interested in me. That's not what I'm doing. That's not what I'm trying to do here. It's like I'm trying to be helpful in other ways. Like I think like some of the times that a girl has been like seriously interested in me, it has gotten them out of a bad relationship, and they moved on. It didn't turn into anything with me, but it got them out of their whatever bad situation they were in before. So I think if that's what I provide for some girls, or that's all I have, even if it's not going to happen anymore, or like no girl's going to be that interested in me anymore, I'm fine with that. I'm good. I'm good with that. I'm not trying to make anything happen. I don't have the skill set to communicate with people, with girls. It's like I don't have that, like I said before, I don't have that dominant, like I'm in charge and I'm going to make this happen, or here's where we're going. I want to take you on a date. It's like, this and this and this. We're going to do it here. We're going to do this, and just carry on with that. Sorry, I'm holding my phone and it's getting heavy. And be in that sort of, yeah, at Walmart. Be in that that whatever trait. But that's just, what's the word I was looking for? And it's just lost me. It's like, I know. It's gonna come to me, and I'm gonna be like, that's the word. Just sitting here thinking about those, and I don't need that. It's like, and if I am not trying to have kids with a girl, and if I'm not gonna have any kind of relationship where children are in, because that's the only thing I would think of why I would want to be in a relationship with somebody, or why I'd want to have any kind of serious relationship, is that for that potential of having kids. It's like, if not for that, I've been single, been by myself for all these many years. Why bother? Why bother? Why get into a relationship? Why worry about it? Just let it go. Don't even mess around with it. But it feels like I'm coming to that realization where that's just where my mind is nothing. It's not worth it. It's not worth all the, like, trying to figure out how to talk with somebody and learn what they want, and since I haven't been that strongly interested in somebody enough to make anything happen, to chase after them or to go after them, and I don't think that they feel strong enough in interest in me to pursue me that way. So it's like, if it's not happening, like that would have to be how it would work out. It's like, if there's such a strong desire to be with this person or to have something with this person that I just can't let it go and it has to happen. Like, some people, I think that they just don't want to be alone, and so that's what that's their strong desires. They just don't want to be alone. I don't think they actually like the relationship that much, because it's like, you look at people, and maybe they do, and I'm just misreading some of the things, because it's like a lot of relationships that I'm seeing are just, they're so miserable. They're so, I mean, they start out great and then they just trail off, and then they're kind of like, they sometimes do things and then they're mostly doing things on their own, and then you get into these weird situations where they, I don't know. It's like, I'm not trying to judge on other people. It's not my life. I don't know how to be even a regular human being, I guess. I'm just whatever it is I am, a human being trying to exist, trying to, it's just like, I still have, like, thoughts and ideas and want to share. Maybe this is just the way I share. Maybe I'm just going to record videos. Maybe I put them out, maybe not. I don't know. But that's what I feel like. And I'm seeing that that's what a lot of people are doing. They're like, a lot of people who are strongly introvert, they're getting online, and that's how they, that's getting that need for communication out of their system. Maybe that's all I need to do too. Maybe that is what I'm doing here. That's, yeah, maybe.